And we're live. Friendship Friday. What's up, fellas? How's it going? We got our good friend, one of our best friends in the whole wide world, Liam, here with us. We filled the draft. Jeremy Teal, Carl Ramrod. What's up, baby boy? He's drafting at the 102. Yours truly at the 104. I've gotten 4, 5, or 6 all week. Snowman at the 105. What's up, Snowman? Big Al Mac at the 106. We got our boy Angry Alf at the 108. Willie made it. What's up, Willie? He's at the 110. Jonesy at the 112. So yeah, we hit 100 subscribers, and we're doing a giveaway. The way you enter is you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then after you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you comment Disco Drafts 1 in the chat, and then we'll put you in the randomizer, and you got to stay through till the very end where we announce our winners for our 3 drafters, 2 million. 3 of them. We're giving away 3 separate tickets. What's up, Liam? How you doing today, buddy?
Just talking to the chat. Looks like we missed 2 of the guys, but I'm telling you, we need these reserve lobbies. I'm telling you, we need to get just disco balls only drafters lobbies.
Maybe one day. All right, let's look at the chat. We got Jonesy Wan Kenobi saying, fill her up. Hey, man, this is a family-friendly YouTube stream channel, so you watch yourself there, Jonesy. I know it's Friendship Friday, but Adrian Fedez says, I'm 1 out of 12. Missed y'all are fast. We miss you, buddy. We miss you. Just stay here with us. We're definitely going to queue up in another draft after this. 100% we're going to queue up in another draft after this, after we announce the 3 winners. It's Amigo. We missed you too, buddy. Dang. Jonesy Disco at 4. I guess he's taking Tyreek Hill again. This is going to be the Tyreek Hill week. We'll see. Sean Wilson, what's up, fellas? What's up, buddy? So, guys, everybody, there's 13 people in the chat. Type Disco Drafts 1 in the chat right now to enter our giveaway. Doesn't matter if you're a current user, an old user, doesn't matter. A new user, a user who hasn't even, type Disco Drafts 1 in the chat, and you will enter our giveaway tonight for a free ticket to the drafters. We're going Cooper Cup because we've gotten Tyreek Hill every freaking time. So, yeah. Disco Drafts 1 to enter the giveaway. And, yeah. Snowman's on the clock. And Jonesy says Disco Drafts 1. What's up, Jonesy? Snowman says Disco Drafts 1. Amigo says Disco Drafts 1. Sean Wilson says Disco Drafts 1. Nick Stevens. Nick, did you make it in our draft, buddy? Nick Stevens says Disco Drafts 1. Jeremy says Disco Drafts 1. Let's go! Let's go! I love our community. I love the fact that in just a month, we've gotten to this point with our channel, and it's grown this far. And I want to give a very special shout out to my good friend, Liam here, my ambassador of Quan. He's been with me on this journey back when I was streaming Warzone. He's been very supportive in every aspect, and I've been way too needy, and he's been way too gracious in terms of his help and support. So thank you, Liam, for getting us to this point, and I'm looking forward to this journey, growing and becoming something way bigger than you and I both could have ever imagined. So thank you for getting me to this point, buddy. I do genuinely appreciate you.
You're a Laporta supporter, but I'll forever be a Disco supporter. So here we are.
My man. I appreciate that. I'm actually working on some content that I'm going to put out this weekend, and it's the top 25 2023 fantasy team names. We got some bangers. We got some really, really juicy team name concepts. I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's going to be freaking hilarious. You guys are going to love it. All right. Now tell me, man, out of all the players in the NFL this year, who are you most excited to draft? Who are you most excited to watch?
Right now, I'm going to do something weird. And I'm going to only do this in honor of Friendship Friday. And you're going to hate me because this is normally a round 2, round 3, lucky pick. I got the boys from KC.
Okay.
Just for Friendship Friday. Just for Friendship Friday. I got the 2.
You went with the stack. I respect it. I respect it.
I
You
would
reached
never
on
do
it.
it. Oh yeah, I reached on it for sure, but it's Friendship Friday. Got to go with the boys.
I hear you. That is ultimate friendship. We're gonna go with Tony Pollard here. I don't know have enough exposure to him. I think we can get a decent wide receiver on the way back. So this is going to be an interesting build. Cooper Cup, a guy who I have maybe 2% exposure to, and Tony Pollard, maybe a guy who I have like 5% exposure to. Two guys who I hardly ever get. So we're off to an interesting start.
I just threw off my whole plan here. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. You're good. So tell me, is there a player in particular that like gets you super amped in terms of fantasy football this year?
You know, you've been saying it without even knowing my answer, and I'll give you one guess.
All right.
It's a wide receiver. It's a wide receiver.
Devontae Smith.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have way too much exposure to him though, so
I know you too well. So what about Devontae Smith has you so hyped? Because like I'm feeling the hype, but I want to know like why you like Devontae Smith.
Even before they actually had any weapons there in his rookie season, he performed. He's like, I like watching the kind of little guy be able to do his route running, and he just makes some phenomenal catches. And like, if you're looking for a burst week, like just massive out of nowhere, he could be that guy that'll pick you up. And in best ball, I feel like it's just a good pick.
Fair enough. Okay, we're gonna start off with two running backs. We're gonna go with Breece Hall here. This is weird. We're going bonkers. We're going wild here. I'll be honest. Last year, the first couple of weeks, Devontae Smith had me worried because he put up like duds and the closest thing to duds. But later on, he started balling out. I think he might have a slow start again this year. I think the Eagles are going to have to throw the ball a lot more this year simply because they got to protect their asset that they invested in so much money in terms of Jalen Hurts. I don't see him running as much as he did last year. So Devontae Smith, for that reason alone, his value skyrockets, right? Because A.J. Brown is going to require a lot of double teams. And if A.J. Brown takes all the attention down deep, it means Devontae Smith is going to have a lot of one-on-one coverages. And I don't think there's any cornerback out there that could keep up with Devontae all day.
Yeah, he used to be people are talking about him as if he wouldn't be eligible to be a wide receiver one on any other team, but I think he's like, they definitely have 2 1s over there.
Absolutely. Which is great in terms of like the fact that I have a little bit of exposure in terms of getting a double stack with them. But yeah, who's a fantasy football player this year that you are least excited about? Somebody who's getting way too much hype and you don't get it, and you're fading.
Well, can I say who I was? I can say who I was giving too much hype. I was giving Claypool way too much hype, and now he's modeling off in Paris instead of doing anything in practice. But
hey man. Russell Westbrook, before he crushed it with Washington, was off in Paris with all the Jordan athletes, and it's a good sign. It's a good sign for Chase Claypool. I have way too much exposure to Claypool, so I gotta. Jeremy Teal says W Liam, so Jeremy is enjoying the Friendship Friday aspect here. Adrian Fidesz says I expect the stack Ford. What the hell does that mean, Adrian? All right, we'll start off by we'll let myself make this pick, and then we'll start telling you guys what everybody else picked in case you're driving or you are visually impaired. And a good Friendship Friday means that at some point everybody gets visually impaired. It's pretty awesome. We're going Justin Fields because why the hell not? All right, so Justin Jefferson, Ja'Marr Chase, CMC. Our good friend Kyle Ramrod grabs Ja'Marr Chase. We go Cooper Kupp. Snowman goes Tyreek Hill. Big Elmet goes Travis Kelce. Then A.J. Brown. Angry Elf grabs Stephon Diggs. Austin Eckler. Willie goes CeeDee Lamb. Bijan Robinson. Jonesy finishes off round 1 with Amon St. Brown. Starts off round 2 with Devontae Adams. Garrett Wilson. Nick Chubb. Jalen Waddle. Saquon Barkley. Devontae Smith. Patrick Mahomes. So Liam got that stack with Mahomes and Kelce. Jonathan Taylor, we grabbed Tony Pollard, Chris Olave, T. Higgins. Last pick in round 2 is Jalen Hurts. First pick in round 3 Ramondre Stevenson, then DK Metcalf, Derrick Henry, we go Brees Hall, Josh Allen, Big Al Mac goes Keenan Allen, hate him. Josh Jacobs, Debo Samuel, Lamar Jackson, Willie goes Mark Andrews, Calvin Ridley, Jonesy grabs Amari Cooper to finish off round 3. To start off round 4, he goes Najee Harris, Jerry Jeudy, Willie grabs D-Hop, Jahmyr Gibbs, Angry Elf grabs DJ Moore, Christian Watson, Liam goes Christian Kirk, Snowman goes Tim McLaurin, we go Justin Fields, then Drake London. We're on the board, so we'll catch up in a sec. All right, we're going to go Chris Godwin because we are losing out on all the wide receiver value. So after we go Justin Fields, Drake London, Joe Mixon, Travis Etienne finishes off round 4. Round 5 starts off with Deontay Johnson, then Joe Burrow, Mike Williams, we go Chris Godwin, Snowman grabs Ben Ayuk, Big Al Mac does a homer move and grabs Aaron Jones, but it's a good homer move. I respect it.
You say it's a homer move, but I feel like I have maybe one draft where I actually picked him. This is just me being sad.
Like I'm kind of just jealous because like other than Ramondre Stevenson, we don't have any high round values up in New England, so I can't really make a homer pick even if I wanted to. So it's just jealousy. Adrian Fitta says Cup and Stafford, haha, cheapest stack ever. I don't know about cheapest stack ever. I would say Devontae Adams and Jimmy Garoppolo is a very cheap stack. St. Brown and Goff is a very cheap stack. Garrett Wilson and what's his face? That guy that I don't like. What's the quarterback's name up in New York this year? I don't remember who the quarterback in New York is. Who did New York trade for this year?
Man. I don't know. He's just like, I'm pretty sure it's the guy who just like only does ayahuasca in the off season, right? Like that's his off season. Those are his drills. Just ayahuasca and golf.
Oh, you mean the Barefoot Bandit? Fair enough. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I think that's another very cheap stack. Hopkins or not Hopkins. Imagine we were talking about Hopkins news today. That would be great. That would be stellar. Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, another super cheap stack.
I mean, what we do have in news today that you guys won't be interested in, but I'm interested in, is the NBA finally has a new contract bargaining agreement, new CBA.
How does that work?
Players are going to have to play 65 games to be eligible for any of the end of season rewards. It's actually huge. It's a massive change.
Like, what do you mean end of season rewards?
So like MVP, like defensive player of the year, like just incentives too for contract incentives. They're trying to get rid of load management.
Load management was a very interesting concept when it first came out, but then it started getting abused. Like everything good. We're going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba because we don't have too many shares of him, and I just like saying his name. You went with Tyler Lockett, so we're both going with wide receivers from Seattle. So if you guys don't know, we are here doing hold on. Jonesy said Brett Favre. If you guys don't know what we're doing, we're here drafting on Drafters Fantasy Sports. It is available in Ontario. We're doing right now the Drafters $3 mini. We're hoping to jump into a Drafters $2 million after this one. So first place gets $30,000. There's over $200,000 in total winnings. So if your lineup finishes 700th, you're still eligible to win some money. Then there's also the Drafters $2 million, the one we're going to do right after this. First place gets $300,000. There's over $2 million in total winnings. That's the big dog league. So this is just simply our warm-up before we get into that. After we're done this Drafters $3 mini, we will be doing a giveaway for 3 individual Drafters $20 buy-in 2 million tickets. That was very long-winded. It shouldn't have been that long, but I apologize. So yeah, we're just going to make our pick. So yeah, we're giving away 3 tickets to that. We're going to go Kadarius Toney. He's starting to become one of my favorite picks around this range, and it's probably going to bite me in the foot. Anyways, so yeah, stay tuned till we're done this draft, and we will gladly announce our 3 winners, and then you guys can message me on Discord or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, and It's all big draft energy. And I'll be sure to communicate on how you can claim your winnings. We're currently drafting with the winner of our first giveaway, and that is Snowman. And Snowman has 120 drafts in so far, so that's pretty cool. We are doing best ball format, so best ball is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of each week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted in your weekly matchups. So no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades. Bada bing, bada boom. That's that. Now, Liam, this concept of best ball, like, I'm sure you were familiar with it prior to this, but in terms of like your comfort with it after doing like 9 drafts and coming from like a redraft background, how are you liking best ball format in comparison to the whole best ball redraft? So best ball in comparison to redraft.
Well, for me, the funny thing is I jumped straight into high stakes fantasy football with you guys, where like the buy-in's relatively high, but I didn't have any background knowledge, so I was kind of just thrown into the deep end. And you saw it my first season. I didn't have the greatest year, and then like things could have worked out differently for me, but they didn't. Everyone says that. Then last year, things slightly improved. And I'm feeling like just by doing this in the summer, I'm already kind of getting a better picture of the league, learning things, kind of slowly getting to the comfortability I am with the NBA just by doing with football, just by doing these. And a lot of that, I'd say, came by just watching you do the first few. And like, you remember you were trying to convince me to get in on some of them. And I was almost like hesitant because I wanted to be making the right decisions. Right. And wow, here we are getting Dalvin Cook.
Look at you getting round 8 Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
That's a big snag, buddy.
Yeah.
I think I still need to address so we could go Cortland Sutton.
I'm going to break up the mojito.
Oh, mojito. We'll go with James Cook. I don't have enough exposure to James Cook. We went Seahawks back-to-back picks last round. Oh, wow. I'm peanut butter jelly.
Cheers, bud.
Babe, if you're watching, do we have the ingredients to make a mojito? Colin Whitman says the GOAT is live. Bah! Colin, to join our giveaway, you just have to type Disco Drafts 1 in the chat and we will enter you in our giveaway. Super simple. You must do it. All right, we'll catch you guys up on the draft. We won't go all the way back to where we left off because I have been drinking and I don't remember where we left off.
I gotta help you with that. My bad.
No, you're good. So we will go back to the Kadarius Toney pick. So we'll go with Kyle Ramrod and Dallas Goedert in round 7, the second pick. Then after that, Miles Sanders, we go Kadarius Toney. Snowman goes Gabe Davis. Big Al Mac goes Damian Pierce. George Pickens. Elijah Moore goes to Angry Elf. Quentin Johnston. Brandon Cooks goes to Willie. Rashad White. Jonesy finishes off round 7 with Isaiah Pacheco. Starts off round 8 with Antonio Gibson. Then James Conner. Dak Prescott goes to Willie. Then Rashad Bateman. Angry Elf grabs Evan Ingram. David Montgomery. Liam grabs Dalvin Cook. Snowman grabs Darren Waller. We go James Cook. I really wanted Waller there, but Snowman is a snipe show. Then Cortland Sutton, Odell. We're on the board. We'll catch up in a sec.
I thought you might get to say Flowers pick there, but no.
No, I always get sniped.
Honestly, I think that was a auto draft pick.
All right, we're gonna go with. All right, yeah, we'll take Mike Thomas. We'll see. I don't have high expectations, but like in terms of potential, he could potentially be, back to form, kind of, sort of.
I'm liking this guy drafting before you. Sorry for cutting you off.
No worries. Let's look at his team. What do you like about his team? CMC, Olave, Henry, London, Mike Williams, Mike Evans, Miles Sanders, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers. Yeah.
I think he might be doing the Laporta Supporta move. Go for some young tight ends.
Fair. He's going to have to,
So we should snipe him.
Here's the thing. No matter what, he's I can only get one more quarterback. I'm definitely going to need 3 tight ends, so I'm going to snipe him for sure on the tight ends, and he's going to snipe me for sure on the tight ends. But it is what it is. If you're just tuning in, we are doing a giveaway tonight for 3 entries to the Drafters 2 million. You could either be on the app or not on the app, and considering getting on the app, it's a free entry. To enter, all you got to do is say Disco Drafts 1 in the live chat. Once you type Disco Disco Drafts 1 in the live chat, we will put you in the wheel randomizer, and we will get you guys going there. I'm just seeing if we got more entries. Yeah, we just jumped up from 89 subscribers to 109 subscribers. I wonder if we got more subscribers since, or if we're still at 109. Either way, I'm really, really grateful. Super dope day. Super dope day. Now, would you say that, like, for your friends who are not drafting in this format currently the way you are, that you're going to have an upper hand come fantasy season in terms of redraft?
Yeah, and the interesting thing is you get to see all the trends too by doing it early. So you can also know whether or not you can maybe reach on somebody late based off of how they've been getting drafted. So I feel like the biggest edge you do get is that draft, because obviously there's no team management to this. It's all just drafting. But
you're on the clock, by the way.
Yeah. When I went in blind in previous years, it was completely different than how I feel now.
So what's your biggest piece of advice to somebody who's new to best ball format in terms of getting comfortable with the whole concept?
Is it a cop-out to say watch this channel?
Yes, that's a cop-out.
No, but honestly, if you're uncomfortable, the main reason I'd say is probably just because you don't have the knowledge, right? And so trying to do whatever you can to soak up some of that, put yourself in the right setting just to be around people that are talking about it. Like, the majority of my circles in the middle of the summer aren't talking about preseason and the next season, but because you guys are absolute psychopaths and love football and breathe, like bleed and breathe it, here we are. And I'm like I said, I'm normally paying attention to the NBA offseason, but all of that's just trades. And I have extra time to deal with that in September and October when we've actually started the football season. So it's kind of just changed my my like internal clock for sports, because now I get to care about football over the summer.
Yeah. Very well said. Very well put. I would also add that, like, yes, mock drafts are good. And if that's your only avenue to get repetition in, then by all means get your reps in, boo-boo. But quality reps over quantity reps is the most important thing, right? So if you're going to do a mock draft, make sure you mock draft with like a buddy or two, so you know that these guys are going to finish the whole draft with you. But best ball is the best way to do practice drafts, because one, you're putting in real money investment, and so is everybody else, right? So if everybody's having a real money investment, everybody's going to be in it from rounds 1 to round 20. So you're going to get your best shots on net, and that's how you grow, right? You can't be afraid to fail. If you make your initial deposit using code Disco Drafts 1, that's, you know, a minimum deposit is $25 here on Drafters Fantasy Sports. We'll match your initial deposit dollar for dollar, so you have $50 to draft in all these minis. Now, I'm not a mathematician or anything, but that's way more than 10 drafts, right? And if you start,
you're getting close to 20, actually.
Yeah, if you're starting with a pretty, crappy lineup your first draft, learn from your mistakes, apply what you've learned, see what other people are doing. Go on YouTube. If you're not going to, listen to me and listen to my content, I would say there's a lot of really good qualified pros out there, professional fantasy football, like knowledgeable individuals, like Mason Dodd from Fantasy Flock. Dude's a genius. Sal Vetri, that guy changed my entire approach on how I view and analyze football in the preseason and how you take any sort of breaking, developing news and equate for it in terms of how you adjust in your fantasy. So if you're not going to listen to me, listen to at least two of those guys, because those guys know their shit. Like they are the best of the best. And they change your entire perspective. So yeah, practice and then subscribe to our channel. Those are my two biggest pieces of advice. And enjoy Friendship Friday wherever you are, safely with your buddies. Jonesy, are you having a beverage with us tonight? What about you, Willie? What about you, Jeremy? Now I have a question. Where do you think Dalvin Cook's going to land? You don't like that question?
It's a world of speculation.
Absolutely.
I mean, I could see him winding up in Miami.
Mhm.
I almost think that that's the number one option just in my head. Also in terms of the moves that Miami's making in like win now mentality. I don't know, but what about you? Where are your thoughts?
So initially I was like, yeah, 100% Miami, even back when he was still with Minnesota, even pre-Twitter banner drama, I was all over Miami. And now I just have no idea because they made him an offer and he didn't sign.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the stars were supposed to align and he was supposed to go to Miami. So now I have no idea. Jeremy Teal is a fancy man. Pinky's up. He's drinking a vodka soda. Sean Wilson, that's a hard hat and a steel toe boot kind of drink with a Ryan and ginger, my man. I appreciate that. I'm just drinking a Coors Light because it's in the fridge. I'm one of those guys. All right, we do need more tight end help, so we'll go Chigozimo Kanku. Love that name. Love that name.
I had a feeling your friend was going to take Kincaid right after you.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. My humble opinion is, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. No. But my humble opinion is Pat Freiermuth and Dalton Kincaid are the exact same person. And if Pat Freiermuth is the only tight end in Pittsburgh, why would I get the second tight end in Buffalo? Yep. Exactly. So I have Freiermuth, I have Chigozimo Kanku, and with these two tight ends, I think I'm okay going with a two tight end build. Mm-hmm. I think I'm good with that. What were you going to say, my friend?
No. I was actually just going to ask who you were higher up on between Kincaid and Laporta, at least for this year, because I think long term, a lot of people look at Kincaid, but yeah, Detroit as a team, or the amount that they've said, at least publicly, they're putting a lot of support behind Laporta. Oh wow, they're putting they're Detroit or Laporta supporters.
Yeah, Detroit is Laporta supporters. I would say in terms of consistency, you can see more consistency out of Laporta on a week-to-week basis. With Dalton Kincaid, you will probably see like higher overall performances based off of spike weeks, but he will also disappear completely based on that offensive scheme. Detroit's kind of like a no-nonsense place where it's like you're allowed to only feed one person the ball, and if you throw the ball elsewhere or do other things, you're kind of like shooting yourself in the foot, which is why Stephon Diggs is like such a valuable wide receiver, because he has controlled that entire organization and convinced them that like they can't go elsewhere with the football, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas Detroit, they're no nonsense, right? It could be anybody's who's open gets the ball, and Laporta in the red zone. If you look at all the wide receivers that the Lions currently have, none of them pose a tremendous red zone threat. They're all like run after the catch, in between the hash marks. You know, they lost their deep ball threats last year from DJ Chark to. So like the only real red zone threat they have right now is Laporta, and that's where I expect more consistency. Like he's going to score probably the most touchdowns out of all of the tight ends this year, and he is the true number one tight end as a rookie. And Jared Goff always gets the tight end the ball, no matter where he's at. That's where like Tyler Higbee and Gerald Everett historically had their best years. You know, a tight end who I need to start getting more exposure to and who nobody ever drafts, and he's a starter, which is beyond me, is Smythe out of Miami. Nobody drafts Smythe. He's a starter. He's a clear-cut starter there, and he goes undrafted in 90% of these drafts. So I need to start getting more exposure to him, and I'd love to get more exposure to Logan Thomas. These are two starters who go undrafted. Yet guys like Isaiah Likely and Mike Gesicki are getting drafted over them. And if you think Mike Gesicki is going to be the tight end one in New England, there is no such thing as a tight end one in New England. Gronkowski's gone. Hernandez is dead. It's over. It's done. Who's somebody that you think is being slept on and it's disrespectful because he's going to come out and just slap everybody in the face this year?
Well, like, I was actually, but before you even brought that up, I was actually going to ask you what you thought of the Homer situation with tight ends, because we only have Robert Tonyan and then a rookie, Musgrave.
You don't have Robert Tonyan anymore. Robert Tonyan is gone.
He's gone.
He's gone to Chicago. Yeah. I like Musgrave. I like Musgrave in that situation. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A young, even though what's your freaking quarterback's name this year?
Love, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Love. Even though Jordan Love is not necessarily a rookie, this is really his first time as the guy. So an inexperienced quarterback, whether it be a rookie or a new starter, their go-to when their first two reads are not there is to check the ball down. And what's a better check down than your tight end? We're going to go with Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett? Yes, he can.
Yeah, so that's the thing with Green Bay. Is
shout out to Tribe Called Quest.
Can he pick it? Yes, he can. Can he kick it?
That might be one of the top 25 fantasy team names that I've come up with. This, yeah. Oh, Big Al Mac went with Sam Laporta. Shocker.
I either went with Laporta or Reed, and I have way too many Packers right now, so I can't do with the bye week.
So the Moisa Tanya, they don't necessarily care about the bye weeks because I'm pretty sure Dalton Kincaid and Cole Kmet both have the same bye week. Yeah, they do, week 13, and Higbee. So Higbee's week 10, but
it's putting a lot on Higbee there. Of all the players, because he can randomly wind up giving you a point 1 week.
Yeah,
he's very unreliable.
I wonder who the Rams are playing in week 13. I'd be curious to find that out. Once again, guys, if you guys are just entering here, we are doing a giveaway for
I've got that answer for you.
Ooh, go ahead and give us that answer. I'm just making my pick here.
Yeah, and then you can go back to the giveaway, but it's they're playing the Browns. Week 13 is the Browns for Buffalo.
Okay.
Or sorry, LA.
Okay. We're going with Tajee Spears here because we need that running back depth right now. Don't really like any of the other running backs in this range at the moment. And I'm pretty sure I saw Jerome Ford go. Yeah, Angry Elf took him in round 14. He keeps going higher and higher. So Tajee Spears, it's a good pick. Good handcuff situation there with Derrick Henry, especially since he's aging. But yeah, if you're just jumping in here, guys, we're doing a giveaway. We're drafting right now on Drafters Fantasy Sports, and we are giving away 3 $20 value entries into the Drafters 2 million best ball tournament. We're doing it right after we're done this draft. We're going to put your names in a randomizer. Only way to enter is you got to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video. So if you haven't liked the video yet, go down, click the like button. And after you've done that, type Disco Drafts 1 in the live chat. And once all that's concluded, we'll enter your name in the wheel randomizer. And we'll spin it 3 times. And, if the same guy wins it 3 times or gal wins it 3 times, then good for them. But we're going to spin it 3 times and announce our winners that way. And then you just get a hold of me after the stream's done on all of our socials. So Big Draft Energy on all socials, and we'll be sure to get you set up. All right, fellas? in Fellerinas.
I mean, I'm not going to complain if Liv wins all three, but that might be some nepotism. So,
Yeah, no, she said she didn't want the task of potentially winning, so people wouldn't say there's favoritism, so it's not skewed. I think that's why you volunteered not to be in the randomizer as well.
yeah.
Knifey said, screw that. I'm part of this this disco drafts movement, but I also want free entries, and I respect it. Knifey, get your free entries, boo boo. I hope you win. Knifey, are you in here right now? Probably not. That dude, he works like night and day, and he's on the West Coast. He's in Calgary. Man, he sells like lines for not lines, not cocaine lines, like, but like he's in that, like, he's in the oil industry, so he's making like $1 million of sales like on the daily. No big deal, right? Knifey's a real one. All right, I think it's time that we start reviewing the drafts. That way we're not killing so much time at the end there. We do need a running back. I don't like any of the running backs who are currently available. I'm probably going to run out of time. Oh, what the hell? My shit just froze. All right, I took... Who the hell did I take that? Kareem Hunt. All right, great pick. Great pick. Yeah, I don't know. My internet just lagged there. So yeah, let's look at everybody's team. Did you want to do snowmans, or did you want me to do it?
Oh no, let's be honest. I think everyone's going to appreciate your ratings more than my own. I'll help you with them, but
fair. All right. So snowman's got Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, Terry McLaurin, Brandon Ayuk, Cam Akers, Gabe Davis, Darren Waller, Javonte Williams, Jacoby Myers, Nico Collins, Darnell Mooney, Tyler Algier, Brock Purdy, Leonard Fournette, and Gus Edwards. That's what I was looking for, Gus Edwards. He literally just took him right before me. How do you feel about it?
I think it's phenomenal. Like, I hate to say it, but like that's a scary team.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Jonesy's comments. He's like, "Oh, my filler up comment isn't family friendly, but Scarface over here talking lines is good." Jonesy, I need to meet you, buddy. I need to meet you. Alex says Disco Drafts 1. Hi, Alex. Have you subscribed to the channel and liked the video? Thank you for tuning in and supporting the channel. We're gonna go with, I know I'm reaching, but we're gonna go with Darius Slayton because I don't have enough exposure to him. So I'm just going simply high ceiling right now. We're just going high ceiling. Who are you grabbing here?
Torn between Wandale and Chase Claypool. And no, well, actually, I'm gonna just go with Hyatt. I didn't realize he was still on.
Yeah, I'm hearing some bad reports about his attitude in camp, and then there's also the bad Claypool reports.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if like this.
That's what I mean. Like, but attitude, like I don't know. We're still halfway through preseason,
like off season. Yeah.
Yeah, they can turn that up. So
yeah, and like the way I look at it is like, remember what was it last year or 2 years ago? Everybody was like, Leonard Fournette is fat. Leonard Fournette is obese. You know, don't draft Leonard Fournette because he put on 40 pounds, and Leonard Fournette ended up having like a very good season, but he fell based on ADP because somebody put out an article saying like he's overweight and things like that. Like you get things like that all the time. You hear news like that all the time. That shouldn't skew their overall value on the football field because at the end of the day, football is football, right? And these guys are all professional athletes.
Yeah.
And if they are talented, it doesn't matter if they're a cancer or not. Even, you know, Antonio Brown had several chances after he was, a piece of shit when he was in Pittsburgh. He had several chances after he was a piece of shit in Oakland or Vegas. He was in Oakland. He had several chances after he was a piece of shit in New England. He had several chances after he was a piece of shit in Tampa. And now, that's it. Even though he was respectfully one of the best wide receivers to ever play the game. And if you disagree, then you just hate football. Antonio Brown was such a good receiver. Even though he was an exceptional receiver, it just shows that no matter what your attitude problem is, there is a need for good, talented players, and that should not skew who you draft. Those headlines, ignore them. Ignore them. Unless the player's cut or injured, ignore the headlines. Because other than that, it's just it's not facts. If it's reports are these two teammates are not getting along. I've been in several locker rooms where teammates did not get along, but everybody played, right? There's been several occasions where teammates had disputes and didn't get along. They argued with coaches and they still played. So don't let these stupid, nonsensical headlines rule how you draft, because at the end of the day, there is no football headlines happening at the current moment. It is if we talk about a running back dead zone, a wide receiver dead zone, it is a football dead zone right now. There's nothing to talk about a football unless you're doing one of these best ball drafts here with us on Drafters Fantasy Sports. So yeah. I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking in general to everybody, going on a rant. That is the worst thing that you can do is let these these irrelevant headlines, these non-football related headlines rule how you go ahead and draft.
You got the press trying to fill airwaves right now, and
exactly.
You have a lot of the time you hear these postseason stories. They're not about nobodies. They're about big name players, and a lot of the time just creating that speculation about a big name player is enough to make people click on that link, listen to their story, do all those things. But will it really affect the way they play come the actual season? Like you said, these guys are professionals. Even Antonio Brown, they're all professionals. They might have their own issues in their head, but when it comes down to playing, they can all perform. And so if you're basing it off of a random attitude problem in preseason, then I think you're kind of doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, I 100% agree with everything you just said there. Jeremy Thiel says fake news. Diggs is pissed at Joshua. Colin says draft Andrew Eunice, please. No, don't do that. Do not draft me. I can't even get down in a squat without going anymore. So my best years were as an offensive tackle. So I'm done with football. This is the only amount of football I could maybe throw 5 deep balls without throwing up my shoulder. I'm aged, man. Look at the bald head. That's it. I'm done. No more football for me. Colin, listen to me. To enter the giveaway tonight, just put Disco Drafts 1 in the chat. I've asked you before. Just do it again, man. I'm just looking out for you. To enter the giveaway, do it. All right. I wonder if I can check what the Drafters 2 million is looking like in terms of the queue, because if it's not close to being filled, yeah, there's 1. If it's not close to being filled, then we might just do it on our
I'm here. If you get numbers, I'll help send it. But
yeah, Eric Gray, that's a guy who I want to keep getting exposure to early and often. It's Eric Gray. Especially since I'm not getting any exposure to Saquon. The only reason why I'm not getting exposure to Saquon is I'm fearful that he's going to sit out the season to make a point. And if he makes a point, then Eric Gray is going to be the best handcuff / starter in football. Colin says, "Where are the bangs at?" You're the only one with the bangs I know at this moment in time. You and Ricky Martin. Colin says Disco Drafts 1. He says take Baker. Jeremy Thiel says he's in for $20. Sweet. Let's see if we can get more fellas in for the $20. Jonesy, Sean, are you guys down to join the $20 one after this? Well, after we do the giveaway, let me know. Let me know. I think this is the quiet. Jonesy said he's in. Amazing. Sean Wilson, Adrian Fidesz. Let me know. All right, let's take a look at Jonesy's team. Jonesy went Amon St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Najee Harris, Justin Herbert, George Kittle, Isaiah Pacheco, Antonio Gibson, Bijan Robinson, Brian Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Dalton Schultz, KJ Osborne, Matt Stafford. Good team. Willie went CeeDee Lamb, Nick Chubb. Willie likes Nick Chubb. I wonder what Willie's exposure is to Nick Chubb. Mark Andrews, DeAndre Hopkins, Kenneth Walker, Michael Pittman, Brandon Cooks, Dak Prescott. Just hold on, I gotta see what the hell this is at. Dak Prescott, Zach Charbonnet, Damian Harris, Russell Wilson, Van Jefferson, Jawan Johnson. We're on the clock. All right, let's look at my queue. Okay, so I'm also anticipating Josh Jacobs to sit. So we're going to do something that we don't ordinarily do. And we're going to go with a 3 quarterback, 7 running back, 8 wide receiver, 2 tight end build. Sean said, yeah, I'll join. Colin said, how do you keep track of all these damn teams you draft? You can keep track of all the teams you draft and all that good stuff simply in the app. It's very intuitive. It's very easy. Sean Wilson says too much Chubb. All right, let's take a look at your team, Liam. You go Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Aaron Jones, Dameon Pierce, Dalvin Cook, AJ Dillon, Tank Bigsby, Devin Singletary, Latavius Murray, Keenan Allen, Christian Kirk, Tyler Lockett, Juju Smith-Schuster, Hunter Renfrow. You like Hunter Renfrow, eh?
Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt, Terrace Marshall, Allen Robinson, Travis Kelce, Sam Laporta, Taysom Hill. I like your draft. I like your draft a lot.
I only reached on one player, and it was for the sake of the Friendship Friday.
I respect it. Let's look at our team. We went Justin Fields, Derek Carr, Kenny Pickett. Yes, he can. Tony Pollard, Breece Hall, James Cook, Tajee Spears, Kareem Hunt, Eric Gray, Zamir White, Cooper Kupp, Chris Godwin, Jackson Smith, and Jigba Kadarius Toney, Michael Thomas, Zay Jones, Darius Slayton, Marvin Jones, Pat Freiermuth, Chig Okonkwo. All right, so let's just remove. Let's put this here. We'll remove this. I'm going to set up. I'm going to add the extra names for the randomizer here. And then, hold on. I think I saw a couple more names. Am I missing any names? Nick Stevens. He's in here too. Amigo Snowman. Jeremy. We got Alex. We got Colin. All right, we're good. I just got to figure out how to share this. All right. Present. Share screen. All right. Here we go. And we got it right there. We'll put us up like this. All right. So all I got to do here is click in the middle. And this is for the first one here. Sorry, we got a couple chats. Jonesy says, Drafters has player exposure, so you know how much of each person you have. You can also look back at the draft you've done. Absolutely. JTL says, my team Bengals buddies is a salute to Friendship Fridays. I like that. I like that, Jeremy. All right. Let's spin the wheel. We even got sound effects. That's cool. Oh! Snowman wins again! Snowman wins again. All right. So Snowman wins again. All right.
This isn't
winner
like
number one.
the Wheel of Fortune where it has those little things blocking it, you know?
I know. This is crazy. Snowman wins again. Wild. All right. Let's see who wins this one. Love Stars. Congratulations, Love Stars. All right. Snowman, Love Stars. Here's the last one for all the marbles. All right. All right. Alex, you win! Woo! See, it pays to subscribe to our channel. It pays to subscribe to our channel. That was fun. Kind of want to keep going, but like I don't have enough tickets to give away. All right, let's go league. Not league.
Have some good ideas for future ones too. Bit more
Awesome.
Fun ways of doing it.
Awesome. I enjoyed that personally. So winners are Snowman. Who's the second one?
Love Stars.
Snowman, Love Stars, and Alex. Contact me in Discord or on pretty much anywhere. And yeah. Congratulations. You guys now have 3 tickets. Snowman says, hold on. Wait. Jonesy's like, what? He should have won. He said, LOL. Kobe and the Cattle Dog said, Jonesy got sniped. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Jonesy said, yes, he did. Snowman is laughing. Snowman, need you to shoot me some lottery numbers at this point. 69, 6, 9. Sean Wilson says, Snowman by photo finish. All right, fellas. I'm going to queue up right now in this fast draft for the drafters. 2 million. Are you queued up, Liam?
Yeah.
All right, you guys let me know when you're queued up. We got 5 minutes to fill this draft. And hopefully we can, because I want to keep drafting with you guys. I want to keep the good vibes going here. I'm just going to put out on Twitter that we're...
Oh. Is there any way I can duck out of the stream because I have to run to the store and then I'll still draft with you guys? I'm just worried about Canada Day closing and everything for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, even if you want to hop off, like it's totally fine, buddy. If you got to go, you got to go. No, but if you get back later on, we can.
I hopped in the draft on the computer, which means I can do it all from my phone. I just the weird geography thing I was having with location settings that wasn't letting me on my phone, but I can draft straight from my phone as long as I join from the computer.
All right, no problem.
All right, so I just don't want to make it awkward on the stream for everyone else, but thanks for having me, boys.
No worries, buddy.
And gents and girls, women and men, thanks for having me. And sorry for keeping away the genius that is Andrew. Every time I speak, I know everyone is like, "Oh, who the hell is this guy?" But
no,
I'll learn.
Don't say that. You are what makes this channel go and grow, and we appreciate you, brother. Safe travels. Let me know if you're back so we can add you back to the stream. If not, totally understandable. All right.
Sounds good, man.
Peace, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. All right, we'll just put us over here, and let's see what the. Hold on. We'll see what the drafters 2 million is looking like right now. We're at 7 out of 12. 5 more people. We got 4 more minutes to fill it. I'm just going to put out a tweet saying we're now in here. Got to send out a tweet. Make sure you guys retweet me. Snowman, you're going to have to give me the lotto ticket numbers, buddy. You just keep winning all these things. It's pretty wild. All right. Tweet sent. We'll see if we can get a couple more heads to join us in here. If not, we got 3 minutes. If not, we will do it on our drafters or our big draft energy 2 million Mondays. Or I like that name. We're at 8 out of 12. We need 4 more. 4 more people to join, fellers. Fellerinas. Here's where the big dogs play. If you think you're a fantasy football guru, like you know your fantasy football stuff, you gotta queue up. You gotta queue up with us. You gotta join our chat. Cheers. And the only reason why I say 5 minutes is like, especially if I'm alone here, I don't really have much to talk about in terms of football right now because there's really no big storylines that I haven't discussed. And I have a very short attention span. So just standing and or sitting here looking at my face and my balding head, it's 5 minutes is like my capacity. Al Paul says I'm in and ready to go. Al, man, you could have made you just missed the giveaway, brother. You just missed our giveaway. But I'm glad that you're in and ready to go, boss. We're at 8 out of 12. Let me just refresh this. See if we can get more people in here. All right, so here's what I'll do. I'm going to draft with you guys in the 2 million no matter what. I'm just not going to do it on stream. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Friday night, and I've had such a blessed Friday in general. Thank you guys for all tuning in. I genuinely appreciate all the support. You guys have got me here to the 109 subscribers, which is crazy to think that we accomplished that together in a month. We got a minute before this could potentially fill. We're almost there, I think. It always looks like it's almost there, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll refresh it. Yeah, I'm not leaving the queue. Like we're at 11 out of 12. Fuck it. We're here. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. We need one more, guys. One more for the 2 million. Get in here. Get in here, fellas. I'm amped. I'm stoked. I'm ready to crush a drafters 2 million. Let's do this. Colby's ready too. So is Rocky. Al Paul says nice. Yeah. So our 3 winners is Love Stars, who was absolutely devastated that he couldn't win the first giveaway that we did. And then Snowman, who won our inaugural giveaway, just won again. And then Alex also won, and he just joined the channel today. All right. Al Paul, you're over the Rhine, right? I think I remember you. All right. So Carl Ramrod, he's drafting at the 101. That's a good buddy, Jeremy Teal. I don't know N2G2. Justin, D Nice, Deadheads. Don't know them. Who's this Jonesy Wan Kenobi guy? That's our boy. Jonesy. Jonesy got sniped. I feel so bad for Jonesy. I feel terrible. All right. Well, since Liam's not on here anymore, I get to take off these headphones. Give me a sec. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the sound. Can you guys still hear me? Is this thing on? Liv, can I get an all clear? Can you guys still hear me? So it's all good. You can hear me. We got the all clear. Okay, cool. So yeah, Jeremy's drafting at the 101. Jonesy's at the 106. Over the Rhine, our good buddy Al Paul. It's great to see you in here. He's at the 107. We're drafting at the 111, and our buddy Sean Wilson is drafting at the 112. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 disco balls in this draft. Wish there was more, but it's all good. It's all good. We may have to step out for a bathroom break because we got irritable bowel syndrome, but we're going to try to stick it out as long as we possibly can. But if I do log off, it means I got to shit, and I apologize. I blame the Coors Light. And yes, I know this looks like a regular can, but it's a tall boy. I'm just a big man. Adrian Fidesz starts laughing. He says, we all just became that much closer today. You're welcome. You guys now know I have irritable bowel syndrome. Sean Wilson's laughing. Jeremy Thiels says, just make sure you mute. A storm's brewing. There's a storm coming, fellas. All right, so Justin Jefferson, surprise, surprise, goes at the 101. Here is a surprise, actually. Cooper Kupp at the 102. Jamar Chase goes at the 103. Travis Kelce, 104. At the 105, CMC. Tyreek Hill goes to our good friend Jonesy. Over the line grabs Stephon Diggs. AJ Brown goes to, don't know him. Well, do you guys think that Kelce might fall to us here? If Kelce falls to me, I'm taking him. No, never mind. He went at the 104. I'm stupid. We'll take Bijan Robinson here. We don't have enough exposure. Jonesy said, "Oh my God, I got Tyreek for once this week." Sorry, man. I could have, but like, Adrian Fedder says, I wanted to make a crack about how your auto draft will be your best one yet, but this is already a shitty day for you. It's a great day for me. I don't know what you're talking about. It would be a better day. Oh, I see what you did there. Shitty. See what you did there. Shitty. Oh, you so funny. All right, we're gonna take Jalen Waddle. I have zero exposure to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I just can't rationalize drafting him this early. I cannot. Maybe I will change my opinion and my tone and my approach to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but like, I don't know. I just can't rationalize. Like, maybe towards the later half of the second round, that's when I'd consider getting him. I just can't rationalize it right now. So after Austin Eckler, Devontae Adams, we take Bijan Robinson. Willie grabs Garrett Wilson to finish off round 12, starts round 1, starting off round 2. He gets CeeDee Lamb. We go Jalen Waddle. Then Amon-Ra St. Brown goes off the board. Nick Chubb, Saquon. Over the line grabs Devonta Smith. Jonesy Juan Kenobi grabs Chris Olave. Derrick Henry, Patrick Mahomes goes to the Travis Kelce team. Another stack. Here's my problem with these rounds 1 and round 2 stack, unless it's a double stack. You're not creative doing this. Like, you're not standing out of the crowd. There's going to be everybody who drafts in one of these drafts is going to have this stack or go for this stack. How's that making you stand out against 150,000 other competitors? It's not. It's not, right? Now, if Travis Kelce was in round 2 and Patrick Mahomes was in round 3, well, whoever you get at the 104, 105, where, you know, this guy would go, that's a scary lineup. That's unique. But right now, since ADP is showing that these guys are a 4th overall and a 21st overall, I don't want exposure to that. If it falls to me, sure, but I don't want exposure to that right now. So after Mahomes goes, Calvin Ridley goes, Keenan Allen, Carl Ramrod finishes off round 2 with Jalen Hurts. Starts off round 3 with T. Higgins. Adrian Fitta says that was an IBS joke. I get it now. Next, I'll be telling you that you look like Brad Pitt's cousins too. Stupids. Okay. That's a good one. I'm stupids. Josie Kenobi. I'm a better drafter. I got him at 6. You've been taking him at 4. No, it's because 4 of the people drafting before you were idiots. Justin Jefferson makes sense. Cooper Kupp at the 102 over Jamar Chase makes 0 sense. Travis Kelce over CMC Tyreek Hill makes 0 sense. So you just got lucky. Everything's falling your way. Don't offend me, Jonesy. I thought we were friends, man. Now, if I sign off, it's not because I have to shit. It's because Jonesy hurt my fucking feelings. All right, we should put like a disco after dark here because we're just cursing at will now. So after Carl Ramrod grabs T. Higgins, you've done. Wait, hold on, Jeremy. You've done 5 drafters 2 million. Since when? Jeremy's been busy, my friends. All right, we're back on the clock. Let's go with. Oh God, we'll take Deebo Samuel just because he's the best wide receiver available, and this is the drafters 2 million. So whatever exposure I have doesn't necessarily matter. We're just drafting for the best possible lineup because this is my 4th drafters 2 million. Jonesy, stop making excuses. Kobe and the Cow Dogs, everything but the free ticket. Ah, man. Dang, Jonesy, shots fired. Wifey's got my back like that. Jeremy Thiel says, love it. I can't believe that you've done 5 of these. How many minutes do you have done, Jeremy? I'm glad that I got you into this, bud. You're welcome. Let's take. Okay, Najee. We'll take Najee. I love Najee. I mean, like, right now he's my most owned running back, rightfully so. He's a freaking beast. But I like our start so far. Right now we got Bijan Robinson, Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, and Najee Harris. That's a pretty phenomenal start. Jug Spot says Disco drafts 1. Dang, bro. Or Jug Sports. Dang, bro. You literally just missed the giveaway. Yeah. So Snowman won again. He won our first giveaway. So he won one of the tickets tonight. Love Stars won one of the tickets, and Alex won one of those tickets. But we do appreciate the support. If you want to just shoot the shit with us and hang out, we'd love that. And please don't remove your subscription because we'll do more of these giveaways. I promise. Jeremy Teal says, loving the golf pick'em too. Jeremy, you've been doing all this and you have not been spreading your wealth of knowledge when it comes to golf with me. You know I would tail any golf pick'em or baseball pick'em or hockey pick'em that you do. I don't know these sports. Help me. Let me tail your plays. I'll gladly put some money on those. Have you won any of your pick'ems? I've been doing the pick'ems for a couple months now. I have not won a single one. All right, so we'll catch you guys up on the draft after we take. I think we finished off at Jalen Hurts. T. Higgins, round 3, goes to Carl Ramrod. Tony Pollard, Jonathan Taylor, Ramondre Stevenson, DK Metcalf. Amari Cooper goes to Jonesy Kenobi. Once again, Jonesy Kenobi loves going 3 wide receivers off the rip. Amari Cooper is another guy who I have 0 exposure to. Over the line grabs Josh Allen. So he went Diggs, Devontae Smith, Josh Allen, Christian Kirk. That's cool. That's a good start. Over the line is drafting very well. Josh Jacobs, Breece Hall, Mark Andrews. We go Deebo. Willie goes with Lamar Jackson to finish off round 3. Starts off round 4 with Christian Watson. We go Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy. Over the line grabs Christian Kirk,
Joe Mixon goes to Jonesy Kenobi, Alexander Madison, Terry McLaurin, Travis Etienne, Mike Williams, Carl Ramrod finishes off round 4 with Aaron Jones, grabs TJ Hawkinson to start round 5. Justin Herbert, Justin Herbert goes over Joe Burrow and Justin Fields. Drake London. Jonesy's going to get Justin Fields at a tasty price. Quarterbacks are going really, really early right now. Jeremy Thiel says he's 2 for 4 in pick'em so far. Hot start. Jeremy, I thought we were friends. And I bet you that you used, your promo, your Disco Drafts 1 promo code money to win extra money. Breaking my heart. Is there any golf going on tomorrow? I don't know how golf works, honestly. I've tried and I felt. See this, fellas? Jonesy Kenobi grabs Justin Fields. I know my competition. Over the line goes Chris Godwin, then Kenneth Walker, then Hollywood Brown. He keeps going earlier and earlier. It's preposterous. He should not go that early. But yeah, there's not a lot of wide receiver value, so we got to get it while we can. I'm not high on Michael Pittman this year. So we'll take Mike Evans. I feel like Mike Evans in round 5 is pretty good. Willie grabbed Brandon Ayuk and Jackson Smith and Jigba. So he's like, Disco needs receiver help. So I'm going to take all the good ones. Okay, I'm going to reach here just simply because I do need more wide receiver help. We're going to take Tony again early and often. Yeah, I love him. Jeremy Teal says Thursday to Sunday. So that means that tomorrow you'll send me some of your pick'ems. Adrian Fitta says, I can't get over the Amon-Ra disrespect. It's not disrespect. Honestly, it's not like I don't hate Travis Kelce. I don't hate Patrick Mahomes. I don't hate Jalen Hurts. I don't hate Josh Allen. I hate where they're getting drafted at. Like Josh Allen in the 3rd round, I can rationalize that. Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round, I cannot rationalize that. I cannot rationalize Amon-Ra St. Brown in the late 1st or early 2nd. I cannot rationalize Travis Kelce in the 1st. I just can't do it because I know that they're all going to drop based off of ADP, and I'm willing to be patient to get those steals there. And in the meantime, get steals elsewhere, like the Dalvin Cooks, like the, AJ Dillons, Brian Robinsons, Samaje Perines. I'll get those steals all day. So after we take Kadarius Toney, Cam Akers goes off the board, Treylon Burks, Trevor Lawrence. I would have loved to have had Trevor Lawrence here, but I don't really have any sort of reason to get him. Over the line grabs J.K. Dobbins. That's a phenomenal value for J.K. Dobbins. Michael Pittman, George Pickens. Jonesy grabs Michael Pittman, George Pickens, Tyler Lockett, Isaiah Pacheco, Jahan Dotson, Carl Ramrod's on the clock. We're all caught up. Liam had to go to the store. He's like, I'm running out of things to talk about for fantasy football. In other news, who thinks Saquon and Josh Jacobs are going to sit this year? Because I don't see a world where Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs sign a contract. And by signing a contract, I mean signing their franchise tag. Even though Pollard and Eckler both signed, Jacobs and Saquon have been very vocal about not wanting to play under the tag. And the going rate for running backs right now on average is just below 11 million. Yet Devontae Parker is getting 11 million per year. And he's like the worst possible. It's just the market is so stupid. So Carl Ramrod finishes off round 6 with DeAndre Swift, starts off round 7 with Quentin Johnston, then Darian Pierce, George Kittle. Rullet says, does sitting out all season ever work? It did work for, so like in terms of like securing the bag and getting paid and not getting injured, it worked for Le'Veon Bell. He was the last noteworthy running back who sat out a full season because he didn't like the contract. He got the bag. Did he play well? No, he was absolutely hot garbage, but he got a lot of guaranteed money when he signed with the New York Jets. So yeah, it works. It's bad for football. It's bad for football fans. You know, these are Saquon Barkley's best years. These are Josh Jacobs' best years. And the fact that like every other position gets paid off of performance and not potential, it's sad. And I also understand the business perspective for the coaches and the owners and the general managers to not give big bank to running backs based off of past performance due to the depreciation of their bodies. Because like you can run for 2,500 yards one season, doesn't mean you're gonna get paid more the next year. It just means that you have more wear and tear on your body. And if we give you guaranteed money, there's no guarantee that you can repeat that performance. So being a very good running back actually works against you, and it's bad for football. So like I think the way the position needs to be addressed is there's got to be more performance incentives because they're under a lot of scrutiny otherwise. We're going to go with Dallas Goedert, best tight end available. I like our draft a lot so far. I really like our draft. We're crushing it. And we'll go with a quarterback we have zero exposure to, Deshaun Watson. I do expect a revitalization out of him this year. I also don't think Deshaun Watson is in the category of elite quarterbacks where you would be okay drafting two quarterbacks at his value. So I think based off of drafting Deshaun Watson as our first QB, we would have to go with three quarterbacks in this build. I'm okay going with two tight ends, as Dallas Goedert being my number one tight end. So after we'll catch you guys up from Dameon Pierce, George Kittle, Elijah Moore, David Montgomery, Miles Sanders, Kyle Pitts, Jordan Addison, Brandon Cooks, Rachaad White, Dallas Goedert goes to us. Willie grabs James Conner to end round 7. Starting off round 8, Willie grabs Dalvin Cook. We go to Deshaun Watson. Then Anthony Richardson goes off the board. Darren Waller, Evan Ingram over the line grabs Gabe Davis. Jonesy Wakanobi grabs Antonio Gibson. Then Jameson Williams goes off the board. Jeremy Teal says the RB disrespect is putrid. No, it's not. It's not RB disrespect. Like the way the NFL contract system works right now is working against them, right? Because I agree in a sense where like NFL owners should not pay players based off of performance, but simply based off of potential. But I disagree that the running back position, which is the most impactful and important position on the field other than the quarterback, is getting devalued based off of wear and tear. So I would say if you're going to treat them differently and pay them differently, they need to have more incentives. That's the only way that they could have a different, like that's the only way we can avoid holdouts, is if you can give them higher incentives where like, okay, if you do repeat and rush for 1,600 yards, then yeah, we'll guarantee you the contract that you wanted. But like these are milestones. So like they could say, oh, you can have 1,500 yards, you know, and then if you're looking for a 4-year, you know, $15 million contract per year, $50 million guaranteed. If you run for 1,500 yards this year, the moment you hit 1,500 yards, that contract's yours. That makes sense, right? But on the other end, for the running backs, it's like, why even bother? And it's crazy to me because, you know, there's been 3 running backs who have been very vocal about this contract situation. And one of them has no fucking business speaking at all because he's the reason why the other 2 are in this position. So one is Saquon, 2 is Josh Jacobs, and the third one is the guy these NFL owners and these NFL general managers and coaches are avoiding, and that's why the running back position is getting scrutiny, is Melvin Gordon. He's saying the running back position is becoming an impossible position to play. We're so devalued. Da, 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 da. And if you guys remember correctly, Melvin Gordon signed the fucking bag in Denver, did absolutely nothing, and he's complaining because other guys aren't getting paid when he got paid. Nonsense, right? Jonesy said, personally think rookie contracts need to be shorter or they need to up the contract amounts. Once again, like the rookie contracts is not the issue. It's just like you're not seeing offensive tackles, or defensive ends or like these guys get abused, right? It simply comes down to the money. The money has to make sense, right? And in this case, the money has to make millions of dollars. And it doesn't make sense that people who are taking the most physical abuse are also being devalued the most. Give them an incentive special contract. He says, why should rookies make less than they deserve? Exactly. If you ball out in college and you become a first round or second round pick, then you deserve to be paid as a first and second round pick. It's just like if you're in a contract negotiation and you qualify for the franchise tag, then you should also qualify for incentive-based payment. All right, we're going to go with Damien Harris here. That's our third running back. I really like our draft so far. I think we're fucking crushing it, fellas. I think we're crushing it. So after Damien Harris goes off the board, we're waiting on Sean Wilson to make his pick, but we'll catch you guys up on where we left off in the draft. That was pick 91. I think that is our good friend Jonesy. He grabs Gibson, then Jameson Williams, James Cook, Rashad Bateman, Cortland Sutton. Jeremy Teal finishes off round 8 with Kamara, starts off round 9 with Michael Thomas, Samaje Perine, OBJ, Juju Smith-Schuster, Dak Prescott, Pat Freiermuth, Javonte Williams. We're on the board. We won't keep everybody waiting. We'll grab Kirk Cousins, another guy we have zero exposure to. Javonte Williams, Zay Flowers, Tua Tagovailoa, David Njoku. We grab Damien Harris. AJ Dillon goes to our good friend Sean Wilson, Willie. Then he finishes off round 9 with AJ Dillon, starts off round 10 with Daniel Jones. Kirk Cousins goes to us, Zach Charbonnet, Alan Lazard, and we're back. Jonesy Juan Kenobi says it's not the main issue, but with shorter contracts, these first round RBs get to their second contract sooner. No one wants to pay an RB that has played for 5 years. So I believe all rookie contracts are 4 years. Some have the option with a 5th year option. Realistically, if you cannot play in the NFL for 4 years and you're not guaranteed, so like if you're given a contract as a rookie for 4 or 5 years and you're a running back and the average shelf life for a running back is 2 to 4 years, that means if you had a career-ending injury in your first year, you are not guaranteed the full money that you'd be guaranteed. So like, as a person who once played football at a very high level, I understand the bargaining reasons behind the players and their financial concerns and things like that, because like my career was ended from an injury before it even started, right? So I understand the need for the job security, the financial security and whatnot. And like, we're not going to make any judgments about like how they spend their money and whatever. It literally comes down to, if you're going to, raise some positions and devalue some positions, it creates a very slippery slope where you're going to see some of the best, most exciting players that put, people in the seats, that puts money in the owner's pockets. They're not going to play. They're not going to sign up and play. And unless it changes, you're not going to see your favorite running backs in the future, right? Now, if your favorite running back is, in year 2, year 3, then yeah, you can go support your favorite running back. But unless, something changes in terms of the restructuring of the contracts, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen because we are on the brink of like football changing in a very ugly way. If Saquon and Josh Jacobs both sit, it's going to set a precedent for RBs with contracts to come. You know, next year Jonathan Taylor's due for a contract renewal. AJ Dillon's due for a contract renewal. DeAndre Swift is due for a contract renewal. There's a lot of players who are, you know, Austin Eckler, he's playing on a franchise tag. Tony Pollard, franchise tag. If the two best running backs in the NFL choose to sit, then the future of the running back position is just going to, and it's going to screw everything up for fantasy football as well, right? Because right now, I'm not drafting any shares of Josh Jacobs because he has not signed his franchise tag. I'm not drafting any shares of Saquon Barkley because he has not signed his franchise tag. And I don't think their ADP is going to jump any higher than it already is. So I'm going to draft their backups. So Zamir White, Eric Gray, two of my favorite running backs to draft late in my last two rounds, because if those two guys don't sign by July 17th, they're pretty much not going to fucking sign. And watch Zamir White and Eric Gray start skyrocketing. That's why we drafted in June and May and July. Johnny Wan says, make rookie contracts 3 years and they at least have a better chance at a second contract. It's not that they'll have a better chance at a second contract. Guaranteed money is guaranteed money. Thomas Shaw says, Disco Jackson, what's up, baby boy? Now, Friendship Friday started years ago. And it was a Call of Duty thing. We would get together and get absolutely dickered. The good old days. And Friendship Friday started with that man, my best buddy. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you're fucking late. You're super late. We're gonna go with Zay Jones. Somebody who I want to start getting more exposure to. Yeah, you're super late. We already announced the winners during the last draft. How was BJJ? Did you enjoy your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? So yeah, if Saquon sits this year, if Josh Jacobs sits this year, expect a crazy snowball effect. And in the meantime, I'm going to get as many shares as Zamir White and Eric Gray as I possibly can, because nobody else is thinking about it right now. But like the way these guys are talking, they're talking like, yeah, we're sick of the shit. All right, we're gonna go with Rashee Rice as well. I think we're doing really good at the wide receiver position right now. We got 6 wideouts. We will need another quarterback relatively soon, but we got 2 solid QB1s. We need one more tight end. We're doing well. Rowlett says, good case for those handcuffs. Absolutely. Thomas Shaw just said, just came to show some love and gain some knowledge so I can win my draft. Fair enough. Are you just doing redraft leagues, or are you ever going to do some of these best ball leagues? It would be fun to get you in some of these best ball leagues, because the more practice you get here, the better you're going to be when it comes to redraft. I don't know if you guys have done like a Yahoo mock draft or a mock draft on like any of the other apps, but like with the more reps you have here, you are absolutely crushing fucking everybody in those leagues. And I can't wait. Back to your point, Rullet. Is it Rullet? Are you one it? Whatever. Back to your point. I want to be that guy who makes a statement, and when the statement actually happens, you tell your friends that this guy called it, because we called Dalvin Cook long before Dalvin Cook happened. We called Alexander Madison. We called DeAndre Hopkins. We've been calling our shots. We've been hitting our shots. Last year, we called A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. You know, we called Josh Jacobs. We've been calling our shots. We've been hitting our shots. We called Miles Sanders. We've been calling our shots and hitting our shots, fellas. All right. 8 more rounds. If I fart, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I'm fighting this IBS for you. This beer isn't helping, but it is helping. We lost the Blue Mountains, but I don't care. They all taste the same. Thomas, I will tell you, my favorite quarterback and wide receiver stack, Justin Fields and DJ Moore. I think they're going to have a season like AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts last year, man. That's my fantasy football winning stack right there. Like if you want to win your fantasy season, best ball, whatever, you get that stack. You're crushing it. I'm going to look back at this live tomorrow and be like, I can't believe I called my stream because I had to shit. Especially when I had 10 people watching. Not doing it yet, though. They got to make like streamer chairs with toilets. Okay, that's enough. All right, I got to go. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I'm going to keep drafting on the toilet. Thank you, everybody. My IBS is like killing me right now. Peace. Oh,